it's time for us to start looking at. We're asking a lot of questions on what the 49ers are going to do with the team, and
Mhm.
it's just been going throughout the entire off season. Honestly, at first it was Jimmy. Bless you.
Thanks.
Bless you. Yeah, your nose is all
Appreciate it.
red. So, so um, at first it was Jimmy. Then it was, what are we going to do about the DB situation? What are we going to do about safety? Then it was, how are we going to re-sign all of these guys leaving? Then it was
Debo.
Debo. It's been a really rocky off season,
Yeah.
and I feel like we're kind of holding our squad to too high of a standard in what we expect to get out of them this year. I got them winning 9 games this year.
Me too.
Um,
And I when I said that, I was kind of being generous. I'm like, I don't want to predict a losing season. That's just mean. But
I only
but
went
it feels
9
like
because the NFC is down this
exactly.
year.
But the schedule isn't. The schedule's tough.
It's a very tough schedule,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like we're asking these questions like we're in some type of hunt for a Super Bowl. Like,
Right.
what are we
When they're
doing with
telling us that
center?
they're not,
They're
essentially.
telling us that this is a regroup year,
A
and I
regroup
feel,
year. That's what it
yeah,
is. Yes.
and I feel like you can't you couldn't regroup with so many guys on contract years that I feel like this year should have happened last year, but we got a reprieve with the cap.
Yeah.
If you remember it, we were really going to lose a lot last year, and then all of a sudden the entire market
True.
plummeted,
True. And all
and we
these
were
players
able
the Niners thought they were going to leave. K1.
we were
We
going to
went
lose.
back.
This was supposed to happen last year.
Right. Right.
And yeah, and I feel like now they're finally biting the bullet where they're like, well, we were kind of prepared for this. We
Yeah.
saw this coming. We can't afford these guys, and we need to find a way to stay solvent and fiscally responsible at the
And
same
get
time
younger.
and get younger
You know,
because we
older
were
teams in
one
the
of the
league.
oldest teams in the league last year.
Yep.
I think we need to recalibrate expectations on freaking out about certain things, about what are we going to do with a center? We're going to do the best we can at center.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Let's
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And I feel like because the team looms so large in our eyes as fans, there just always has to be an answer. And I
Yeah.
think that sometimes you don't realize that the answer is literally what you're looking at.
I mean,
We're
you have
not.
to understand though, from a fan's perspective, it's highly irregular to watch your team be this close to the Super Bowl and then stomach a regroup year right after that. Like that's irregular. It doesn't happen very often, although I
Well,
guess.
well, I mean, like some of the greatest fans in the NFL are the Steelers, right? Because they've learned how to be content with being respectable, a
Yeah.
respectable franchise, and they don't burn their team in effigy when they don't win a Super Bowl. They
Yeah.
understand that
We stay the
our
course.
claim to fame is being a reputable franchise. We stay the course.
Yeah.
We
We
don't
don't fire
lose.
coaches. We don't
We
fire
don't.
coaches.
Yeah, and
No. Yeah.
I feel like with us, we are so hell bent on that sixth ring that we're asking really dumb questions. About like
Yeah.
why isn't Jimmy cut yet? Because we can't afford to lose Jimmy without getting something back. That's just facts. And until we can afford to cut him and cut bait and actually lose on that, then we're gonna cut him. It's that simple.
But
You know what
again,
I'm
like you only get to that logical conclusion if you accept that you're not really going for it this year, which is really hard for 95% of fans to accept. Although me and you are agreeing that they're really not
I mean,
going
think about
for it.
it this way. Think about it this way, Iggy. We got a rookie quarterback, all right, who's played 2 games in 24 months. All right.
80% of the offensive line is a question mark.
80% of the
And fans are
offensive line
looking
is
at
a
13
question mark.
wins. 13
And let's
wins.
be honest, I'm not buying this because we go by we have this really like transient, flow on what we do with our team. Like on one point now, the DBs is the strong. That's like the thing that I'm hearing across the YouTube world. Our DBs are strong now. All of a sudden, our DBs are strong. Oh man, look what we did at running back. Oh my God, we're so deep at wide receiver. And the truth of the matter is that we got really good pieces, but we crowdsourced. But we went out and got enough bodies to see if we can make a unit.
Yeah.
That's not so. Don't look at these guys as individual pieces. There's only 4 of them that can get on the field,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
So deep at Nickelback. We don't have a starter. We have 4 backups.
Yeah, but who's the starter?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're so deep at receiver. Who's the starter? We don't even have one of them in the building.
It's true.
So
It's true.
I'm not here to paint a doomsday situation. But what I am here to say is like be a little bit pragmatic, man. Like we went to the Super Bowl. We had a down year in the pandemic, which everybody got hurt. And then the very next year, we went to the NFC Championship. It's time to take a break this season. It's time to regroup and get things back together. That's what it is. And we're getting our quarterback
is that
together.
they could go pretty far with Jimmy Garoppolo. Not far enough.
Not far enough.
Not far enough. Enough. They should have figured it out a few years ago, but now they figured it out enough.
Yeah, and they know they can't get far with them. And what sucks is with everybody's done it before, you have a goal, you have something that you need to do, and you get to the 5-yard line and you have to start all over again because you know that you need those other 5 yards. So you got to backtrack. That's what we're doing. It sucks, but it's going to be a bumpy ride. Here's to the marathon, though. Thanks for having me, man.
Great call, Coach. That was really nice. Nicely done. Appreciate you.